In this video, I'm going to give you specific techniques for anti-aging, which is a topic I talk a lot about here at Alpha Male 2.0. When you are a non-monogamous man, you need to age as well as you can because you don't have the option of just finding a wife and settling down and getting old and fat and she'll stay there forever. That doesn't exist in the modern world anymore. There will always be, on a semi-regular basis, new women coming into your life throughout your 30s and 40s and 50s and 60s and 70s. And so if you let yourself age like shit, that's going to be very difficult as you age. So you want to look as young as you can. I am 51. I always shocking people whenever I tell people I'm 51 because I don't look anywhere near 51 because I do a lot of anti-aging techniques. In this video, I'm going to analyze Bryan Johnson. That is spelled with a Y, B-R-Y-A-N, Johnson. You can Google him. He is a guy who basically sold a company for millions of dollars, and his life mission is to be, excuse me, getting over a cold. His life mission is to age as slowly as possible. I'm looking at his website right now. He has slowed the pace of aging by the equivalent of 31 years. He's taken 31 years. He's de-aged with 31 years. He is accumulating body damage slower than 88% of 18-year-olds. Crazy. This guy is an anti-aging maniac. If you watch videos about what he does in his typical day, it's insane what he's doing. And so what I thought would be fun is he actually publishes everything he does. And you can go there. If you go to blueprint.bryanjohnson.co, and Bryan is spelled a Y, he lists everything he's doing. So what I thought would be fun is, I have this website right in front of me. I'm going to scroll down this site and see what I am doing that he is doing and see how we compare. Now, I'm not doing anywhere near everything he's doing. He's a maniac. He also doesn't have a budget. He's worth hundreds of millions of dollars. He can go crazy with the budget. I do adhere to a budget, so I can't do literally everything he's doing. Plus, what he's doing takes a lot of time. I got other things on my plate, so I'm not going to do everything he's doing. But I'm curious to see how well I stack up against him because he is the ultimate standard in terms of anti-aging, especially for men. All right. So I'm going to scroll down here, and actually I'm going to put on my Scrooge McDuck glasses. I look so sexy in these glasses because I am 51 and can't read very well. So I'm going to scroll down here and go through everything he does. So first thing is, I'm just going to kind of summarize this. Number one, he gets regular blood tests with all of his biomarkers. Do I do this? Yes. Now, he probably gets tested every week, which is insane. Twice a year, I go in. I've advised people to do this. I get all my hormonal stuff checked, all my anti-aging stuff, my human growth hormone, everything. I check for everything. I test the fuck out of everything twice a year. If not twice a year, once every 8 months, I check everything. I have a specific spreadsheet. We talk about this on my coaching programs that shows the exact places that all these things should. Where should your PSA be? Where should your homocysteine be? I've talked about this on my YouTube channel as well. Okay, and I check these numbers, and if any numbers get out of whack, I adjust them. I work with doctors, naturopathic stuff, exercise, what have you. Okay, so I definitely do that. So good. Let's see what else he does here. Let's see. He's going over principles. We're trying to get down to this. All right, meal prep. All right, so days worth of food. He is eating lots of vegetables, lots of fruit, and let's see. Is he eating fish? Let's see here. Veggie, lots of vegetables, mostly vegetables and fruits. God, is he eating any meat at all? Chicken. Here we go. He's eating chicken. Yeah, it's just fruit, vegetables, and chicken. So what do I eat? Pretty much this. So I stopped eating sugar several months ago. I talked about this on my YouTube channel. I no longer eat sugar, which is great. My cheat is eating bread. I still do want to eat bread, so I eat that once a week. The other 5-6 days a week, what I eat right now, and this always changes, my diet right now is low-fat cottage cheese with those bars that I've shown in prior YouTube videos. These are cold-pressed bars that just have 4 ingredients. It's like dates, blueberries, cashews, almonds. That's it. And they cold-press them, they mash them into a bar. So it's literally just fruit and nuts, and that's it. No added shit, no added sugar. And so I have those bars plus cottage cheese that produces high-quality protein, high-quality fat, high-quality carbs. That's what I eat. So I'm very similar to him. He's a little more ruthless than I am, but not bad. Okay. And he actually gives specific recipes here. It's basically just, fruit, vegetables, and chicken, or fruit, vegetables, and fish. Old saying, it's very hard to get fat if all you eat is broccoli and chicken. You'll want to kill yourself, but you won't get fat, right? 1 second. Next, he lists all the supplements, all the vitamins and supplements he's taking. I want to go down the list really quick and see what I'm taking. Arbicose, I have never taken that. Ashwagandha, I was taking that earlier. Taking that for a few years. I stopped taking that a while ago. Why did I stop taking that? Because I was doing kind of a cleanse, and I figured I didn't need it for a cleanse, but maybe I should start taking it again. B complex, I absolutely take that. I take it in syringe forms. It goes right in my bloodstream, so I get zero degradation. You only get 30% absorption when you take a pill. If you get an injection, you get 100% absorption. So I definitely take that. Broco Max, don't take that. Vitamin C, take that. CA-AKG, never heard of that. Cocoa Flavanols, don't take that. CoQ10, I used to take CoQ10. I stopped taking it because I didn't see the benefit. I did some research. I just didn't see the benefit, so I stopped taking it. It's kind of expensive. Started it a few years ago. He's taking it, so maybe there's some data that shows that would help. Vitamin D, he says 2,000 IU upon waking, and then does he take it at dinner? No, so he takes a lot less than me. He takes 2,000 IU a day. I take 10,000 a day. Now, he is he is healthier than me, so he probably requires less than I do. And maybe you could argue that I don't need as much 10,000. I could probably back that off now. My vitamin D score is over 50, which is amazingly good. So, DHEA, he takes 25 milligrams. I now take that. I take it every other day. My DHEA on one of my last tests was starting to get low, so I now take DHEA. This is pretty cool. I'm taking most stuff you take. Vitamin E, take that. EPA, I don't know what that is. Garlic, I take that. Ginger root, I do not take that, but I know what it is. Glucosamine sulfate, I do not take that, but I have read about it. Iodine as potassium iodine. I don't know why he's taking that. Strange. I do not take that. Then he takes various versions of vitamin K. That is very interesting. I didn't know that. I should do some research on that. I do not take vitamin K. Interesting. They give that to babies. And so I've made a mental note to research that. I do not take vitamin K, and I don't know why he's taking that. Lithium. I don't want to take lithium. There's some side effects, so I do not take that. Lycopene and lysine. I should be taking those. I don't. But I should be taking those. Metformin. Yes, I do. I take metformin every night before I go to bed. Nicotinamide, that is a form of vitamin B. I was taking that, but to help my hair loss years ago, but now I don't care because I have fake hair. So he does not have fake hair, so that's why he's taking that to protect his hair. I don't care, so I'm not taking that. Something called N-acetyl-L-cysteine, never heard of it. Proferin, never heard of it. Turmeric. I should take turmeric. That's a good idea. I do not take that. I should start taking that. Taurine. I should take that. I do not take that. Z-E-A-X-A-N-T-H-I-N. Zeaxanthin? Don't know what that is. Never heard of it. Zinc. I do take that. So I am taking most of the stuff. This is upon waking. This is his morning routine. I take the vast majority of what he's taking. Pretty damn good. All right. Then at dinner, he takes another pile of pills. These are pretty much the same ones. See if he takes anything differently at night. No, he just takes less. He takes about half those things, takes them again. And before bed, he has melatonin. I do not take melatonin because my sleep score on my Oura Ring is damn near perfect. I don't need melatonin. I should probably take melatonin when I travel. That's a thought. I probably should do that. Now, he talks about other. Extra virgin olive oil. I do not take that. Pea protein. I do eat pea protein because I used to have protein shakes, but they had protein shakes have sugar in them, or they have sugar substitutes. I can't have that. So now I do take a pea protein with no added, it's flavorless. There's no sugar and there's no sweeteners. So great on him. I'm doing that. Dark chocolate. I do not take that. I would be nervous to take that. I don't want to eat sugar. Rapamycin. Don't know what that is. HGH. He's taking human growth hormone. I have not started taking that yet. The only reason I started taking that is my travel schedule has been crazy the last 2 years, as many of you know. When my travel schedule stabilizes, hopefully next year, that's my goal for 2024, I will start taking micro-dosing human growth hormone because I'm 51 now. Now is the age. How old is Bryan Johnson? I believe he's in his late 40s. I'm going to look up Bryan Johnson age. I want to say he's like 48. Where is he here? Damn, I can't find it. Bryan Johnson. So it says 45, but I believe he's a little older than that. So he's a few years younger than me, but not much. I'm 51. Testosterone, he is taking a testosterone patch. I take testosterone syringes. So we're both doing that. NDGA, I don't know what that is. NDGA, what is that? I don't know. And I get nervous when I see things on here I've never heard of, because I do a lot of research into anti-aging, and I'm surprised that's at least the third thing on here I've never heard of. B12, I take that. Aspirin. So he is taking aspirin as a blood thinner. I don't think I want to take aspirin. That makes me uncomfortable. I don't think emotionally, I don't think it's a good idea to thin your blood that much at my age. So I will not take that. Levothyroxine. Never heard of that. Oh, because he was diagnosed with hyperthyroidism at age 21. So I don't need that. Okay, cool. So then he talks about getting his blood panels. I already do that. So I did definitely do that. Let's keep going here. What else is he doing here? He's taking more blood tests. Routine measurement. Okay, so this is what he measures on a routine basis in addition to his blood. Weight, body fat, muscle mass, body water, BMI. I weigh myself every morning. I don't go that crazy. I don't do body fat because I know I'm overweight. Thank you. Here's the thing about body fat. A lot of nutritionists and fitness nerds say, Caleb, you check your body fat. If you know you're overweight, I am clearly over. You can tell by looking at me. I'm a little overweight, right? I don't need to know my body fat. I need to lose fat. Body fat, in my view, is only for people like Bryan Johnson who are already pretty ripped. If you're already pretty skinny, pretty fit, then body fat, I think, is very important. When you're clearly visibly overweight, checking your body fat is a waste of fucking time. Yes, you lose fat, you big fat ass. Yes. So, but I do weigh myself every morning. Every morning, right out of bed, right after I go to the bathroom. That is just a habit. And then I log my weight into my phone every morning. Sleep. He does a lot of, respiration rate, body temperature. So he's tracking all the stuff when he sleeps. I track all that with my Oura Ring right here. I get top-notch scores. So I'm tracking that. Waking body temperature, ear. I do not do that. That's a little insane. I do track my body temperature at night with the Oura Ring, and this tracks your body temperature all day, so you track that, but yes. Blood glucose. I used to do that whenever I switch my diet, I will do that. I won't do it on a regular basis, but whenever I switch my diet, yes. Again, a lot of stuff he's doing here is pretty overkill in my view, but this is why we're comparing him to me. Biofluids. Blood, stool, urine, and saliva. So blood, yes. Urine when I get STD tests. I get those about once a year. Saliva, no. Stool, no. However, I have had my stool tested. I have done it. I'm anti-aging. So I think stool is something you should test every few years. And boy, is that fun. Without getting into TMI zone, what you have to do is you order this kit. You have to figure out how to take a dump in a little box. Yeah. You got to scoop out a little spoonful. Yeah. You got to put it in a little thing and you mail it back and they analyze. Why is stool important? Because it analyzes the irons and metals and toxins in your body. It's an important thing to know. Matter of fact, I'm probably due to do that again. Great, can't wait. So yeah, I have done that. I'm not gonna do it every month like this guy does, but yes. Physical fitness on a Whoop or Polar machine. He checks his hearing and eyes. I do get my eyes checked. I do not check my hearing. And then air quality. I do have an air quality measurement tool right here. Let's see if I can show you in the video here. If the cable will reach all the way. At some point I will do a video on this, right? Let's see if the cable can reach. You can't see the screen on the video. So anyway, you can't see the screen. This is showing a air rating of 0, which is the best you can get because I have one of the best air purifiers you can buy right over in that corner of the room. And I do check the air quality both outside and inside. I do that every day. So I do that. Cool. So I'm doing most of the stuff he's doing. Let's see. Whole body MRI cancer screening. So I should be doing that more often. I should be doing that more often. I'm going to start, now that I'm in my 50s, I definitely will. The next thing I'm working on is I'm going to get a colonoscopy. That'll be fun. Yay. When I get back to Dubai in a few months, I'm going to get a colonoscopy, check for polyps, and have them popped off my intestines. I do have a grandfather who died from colon cancer, so I am at risk, so I definitely need to do that. I should have done that really a few years ago. That's how Chadwick Boseman died, Black Panther, so definitely I'm doing that this year. He checks his thyroid volume. Okay, I don't do that. He checks his kidneys. Don't do that. Checks his prostate. Yes, I do that once a year. It's called a DRE, digital rectal exam. That's a nice way of saying Finger up the ass. If you are over the age of 40 or 45, you're a man over 45, you better get your finger in the ass once a year. Sorry, you got to do it. They have to check the size of your prostate. But Caleb, I check my PSA. That's not enough. You check your PSA in your blood and you get your finger up the ass. Okay? And it's not fun because it's not like they put it in and pull it out. They have to like wiggle it around and feel. Yeah, it's great. So you got to do that. Got to go in. I haven't done mine in a while. I did mine last year. I'm due this year. Can't wait. Let's see. Blood glucose levels. I've talked about that. And then more body fat bullshit. I don't need it. He's ripped, so he should check his body fat. I am not, so I need to check my body fat. Blood urea nitrogen. So that measures kidney function. I do not check that. You know, that's one of the last things on the list I would check. That's a pretty minor thing, but fine. All right, what else is he checking here? He checks his heart health. Resting heart rate. So I've already talked about this. I check that through my Oura Ring. Oura Ring solves all these problems. His resting heart rate is 44, which is fucking amazing. That's amazing. Let me tell you what mine is. I'm very proud of this. Resting heart rate for a man my age, okay? If you are below, let's see, what's the number for a man who's 51? I've already forgotten the number now. If you're below, I believe the number is 62, resting heart rate. The lower, the better. Okay, the lower, the healthier you are. The more your blood is working, the better your blood's working through your system. There's bad, okay, average, good, and athlete. Athlete's the best. And very few people have athlete, okay? For a 51-year-old man, if your resting heart rate is below 62, I believe that's the number, you are in athletic zone. Guess what mine is? 59. So even though I'm a little overweight, which is even more amazing, and I'm in my 50s, my resting heart rate is the equivalent of a fucking athlete. This guy is a maniac with this shit, and his is only 44, within striking distance of mine. Pretty damn good. So I check that every day. Every morning I check my resting heart rate. Absolutely. HRV balance, I check that every day with my Oura Ring. Absolutely. He's checking a few things like VO2. Oh, I do check that. That's oxygen in your blood. I do check that. LV septal A, I do not check that. Aortic root diameter, age 70 plus. So is this stuff he's doing now or stuff he's going to do later? He's not clear. So this is a bunch of weird shit, but it says age 70 plus. I don't think he's doing these yet. Carotid arteries, he's getting CT scans. That is something on my agenda, is I want to get a CT scan of my heart. It's a plaque scan to see how much plaque is in my heart. Very important. Kind of a pain in the ass. It's a lot of money, but I'm going to get that done probably this year when I go in for my colonoscopy. Brain health. He checks his brain. Measurement protocol. He checks his fucking brain. I do not check my brain. So a little overkill, but okay. Lung health. He breathes into a machine. Again, in my view, that's a little overkill. I do not do this. But that would be interesting to test once, right? Gastrointestinal health. It literally has pictures of the inside of his intestines. That's hilarious. That is when you swallow a camera. It's this big pill, and you swallow it, and it's a camera. It takes pictures. I should do that. I should do that once, maybe once every 5 years. He talks about, I swallowed this pill the size of a baby carrot after fasting for 24 hours. I took laxatives for 6 hours. That sounds like a fun night. It reemerged 10 hours and 38 minutes later, having taken 33,557 images of my intestinal tract. Cool. Main things we're looking for is lymphoma, Crohn's ulcerations, small bowel cancer, diverticula, I never heard of that, and polyps. Nothing found. Cool, great. Well, I'm going to get a colonoscopy, so that's a reverse way of doing that, but I should do this. I'm interested in doing this. Maybe I'll do that next year. And maybe do that once every, 4 or 5 years? I think that's worth doing, especially when you have colon cancer in your family, which I do. Hair health. So he's checking out his follicle health and he snips his hair. I do not do that. Checking how much gray and white he has. I don't care. I have fake hair and I dye it. If it goes gray, I don't give a fuck. So I don't fear this. I don't give a shit. Skin health. That is just where a dermatologist checks your skin. I do that occasionally once every few years. But what you're supposed to do is you have a growth on your skin that gets larger. You need to go get it checked. And my skin is pretty good. I got very healthy skin. I was blessed that way. Never had acne when I was in high school. So, yeah, I do get that checked sporadically. Eye health. He has like these retina things he checks. I do not do that. Obviously, I am wearing reading glasses. So Here's the thing about my eye health. As I take off my glasses, most people start to need reading glasses starting at age 41. That's when they start seeing things. When things are close to get a little blurry and they have to start pulling things away. That starts for most human beings at age 41. Guess when it started for me? 47. I had perfect 20/20 eyesight to age 47. The optometrist's like, Dan, Caleb, that's awesome. 47? And even at 47, for about a year or two, it was just a little teeny bit blurry. I could still read it just fine. I had to pull it a little away just to get it, but I could still read it. When I loaded my testosterone syringes, that's when I first noticed this. Over about 2 years after that, started getting a little worse. And then I don't need reading glasses. I can read this stuff, measurement protocol, Drusen volume, enhanced depth. So I can still read without reading glasses, but it's a little blurry. It's just more comfortable if I use reading glasses if it's close. Far away, I don't need them. So it's doing pretty damn well. Ear health, he gets hearing tests done. I don't do that. Oral health. So a brush protocol, 2 minutes, water pick, floss, tongue scraper. I do all that. I do a water pick. I don't do a water pick, but I do a tongue scraper. I brush every day. Here's the other thing too is I go get my teeth cleaned every 6 months. Critical, critical, critical. I also floss with flossers every day. So I floss, brush every day. Tongue scraper every day. And I'm in the dentist every 6 months without fail, cleaning my teeth, getting that plaque off. If you have a good dentist, they'll tell you how often you need to come by. 6 months is a default. My teeth do need it every 6 months. Sometimes weirdos need it only 10 months. Some really bad people genetically, or if they smoke cigarettes or they have shitty genetics, they have to go in every 4 months or 3 months. Whatever your dentist says, go and do that. Yes. He measures his sleep. I do that obviously every night. And then he has some random measurements here. Oh, like STD tests. Yes, I teach this. So I get STD tests on a regular basis, at least one a year. Let's see. And that's it. Talks about his diet a little bit. Oh, fitness. Let's talk about fitness. Okay, let's talk about his fitness routine. I'm probably not doing this, although I'm pretty good. 1 hour a day, around 25 exercises, 7 hours weekly. Okay, he's exercising more than me. I don't exercise an hour a day. I lift weights 4 days on normal conditions. I'm recovering from injury right now, but in normal conditions, I lift weights heavy 4 days a week, do cardio 2 days a week, and take 1 day off. That's what I do. Which is plenty. That's harder than I've worked out ever in my life, and I'm in my 50s. So then he goes through his routine here. His routine is pretty complex, but mine is complex too. So we're doing something similar, even though he's definitely doing more of it than I am. And if you see pictures of him, he's fucking ripped as fuck. His body fat looks like to be maybe 9%. Mine is definitely not 9%, but there you go. And then he talks about his notable challenges, his health problems he's had. He's had some health problems in the past. I luckily have had no health problems ever. I've never had a health problem in my life. I had my appendix removed when I was in 7th grade. That's it. That's not really a health problem though. I've had no health issues. I've been very blessed and very lucky that way. So that's it. That's how I compare to Mr. Bryan Johnson. You are welcome to go to blueprint.bryanjohnson, spell the y.co, and take a look at this and duplicate this. But I'm feeling pretty good about this. I'm doing the vast majority of what he's doing, and he's a fucking maniac, so I'm feeling pretty good. I have a few mental notes of things I'm going to look up and start doing, but that's it. Anti-aging is critical if you're an alpha male 2.0, if you live a non-monogamous lifestyle where you will always be having sex with multiple women and you'll never be long-term monogamous. You must age as best as you can. I've said this 10,000 times. I'll end with this. Looking good in your 20s and 30s and then aging like a pile of shit in your 40s, 50s, 60s is not success. And there's a lot of men I could say the names of that you know, who have done this. They look great in their 20s and 30s, had a great time with women and all that stuff. By the time they're 45, 50, they look like shit. That is the opposite of success. That is life failure. You don't want to be like that. Have fun. Bye.